Hey business owners, Marvel and Brown here, and today we're going to be taking a look at some data. I'm doing this because I want to show you how looking at something as simple as a chart like this can give you insight into some of the things that you might want to think about for planning out your promotions. So this can happen at any time of the year. However, right now we're in the middle, we're kind of going through this transition from summer into fall, and so this is also the time of year when you want to start planning. If you haven't already started, you want to get started with planning for the fourth quarter. So it's time for Halloween, it's time for fall, it's time for getting into that time of year where you're going to be looking at buying presents and gift giving and maybe spending a little extra money. So why not have some money coming into your household as well as the money that you're going to be spending, that extra money that you're going to be spending during the holiday season. You might be able to recoup some of that during the holidays when you plan out some very strategic promotions. So we're going to show you how to look at data and how to take that data and really use it to craft out a strategy. So this is just a simple chart. We got this information from the National Retail Federation, and they are kind of an industry group, a trade group that puts together information about consumer spending. So if your business is related to if you're selling to consumers, if you're in the business to consumer market, then you definitely want to use maybe the National Retail Federation as maybe a data source, because they have a lot of really good information about how we spend our money, what we're spending our money on, the cost of things, how inflation is affecting consumer behavior and things like that. So we got this chart from there, and then we have a little button here that we're going to click to get some additional information. So this is really telling a story here. So this tells us how consumers are planning to participate in Halloween. And these are things that people do when the seasons change. So a lot of times when we go from summer to fall, we decorate our homes to reflect that, right? The colors change, the textures change, and we bring in different types of home decor to get us ready for that season. And so for Halloween, we tend to also be creatures of habit, right? So we have a lot of things that we do every year. And, even during the pandemic, even though we had that big catastrophe going on, during that pandemic period, people still participated in Halloween. They still did stuff, even though they did a lot of it virtually. They were still participating, right? So these are some of the things that people are going to be doing. Now, it looks like the most popular thing that people are going to be doing is handing out candy. So you might be thinking, okay, big deal, people are going to be buying candy. Well, how can you, if you have a business, what can you do that might support that? So we know that a lot of people like to participate in things that their kids can, get candy and have fun, have parties, things like that. It's sometimes more geared toward younger kids, but the adults like to get involved as well. So then we're looking here, and this is data from 2023. So we can't really look at 2024 yet because it hasn't happened, right? So we're looking at last year's data because last year can be a pretty good indicator as to what's going to happen this year. So last year, about 32% of the people that they polled were saying that they were going to be attending parties. Now this is based on a poll, which means the National Retail Federation contracted with a company that went out and asked people, what they were going to be doing for Halloween. So attending parties was 32%. That's about the lowest number in this chart. So the biggest thing that people do is hand out candy. It looks like next on the chart is decorating. So if you are someone who creates home decor, this is going to be maybe an opportunity for you, right? Even if you participate in terms of handing out candy, let's say that you have a brick and mortar business and you have people that come into your business, you might think about having some kind of event. You might even consider participating in an event like trunk or treat or events that are going to be happening in your community. And that would be a way that you could participate with families who want a safe way for their kids to get candy. It'll be a safe way for you to hand out. Maybe, you might not want to hand out candy. Maybe you hand out some other kind of treat, or you have some kind of a raffle, but you participate in community activities that can get your business recognized. And it's something that when you participate in community events, it generates goodwill. You can also create products. So if you're someone who is maybe a handmade business owner, you can create some kind of product or something that families can use when they're handing out candy. So you can put on your kind of creative cap and think of some things that might be a good fit for people who are handing out candy. Let's see, the next thing that people are going to be doing is dressing up. So costumes, Halloween apparel, so things like t-shirts, mugs, things like earrings, accessories, jewelry, maybe even like gym shoes, leggings, things for fall. So maybe you could have like long sleeve t-shirts, sweatshirts. Those are the kinds of things that people might be wanting to buy during this time of year for the Halloween season. And believe it or not, people are buying stuff. Even though we're in September, people are buying stuff right now. Pumpkin carving, that is also another activity that people do during this time of year. People also do things like go on hay rides. They go to like Halloween haunted houses and participate in those kind of activities. So you may be able to put something together for your target audience that would kind of tie in with that as well. So when I ask the question, what does this data mean for your business? What it means is these are areas that you can focus on because it's already established that consumers are going to be participating to a certain degree at varying levels in these kinds of activities. These are activities that can be done with a family focus, with a business focus. And if you're someone who deals with consumers, you definitely want to consider this when you're putting together your Halloween promotions. So now I'm going to click on this button and it's going to take us to some more data. So this is an article that is focused on helping you to optimize your shop. So hopefully you have some kind of shop or blog or something that you can use to sell products during the Halloween season. So we're going to be looking at some marketing facts. Okay, so here is another chart from the National Retail Federation. So here we are. We are looking at, again, data from 2022 in the orange and 2023 in black. And as you can see, this stays pretty consistent from year to year. So from one year to the next, these numbers did not change too much. And what that means for your business is that people are pretty consistent in terms of what they do and how they are going to be spending money during the Halloween season. Okay, so when you look at the industries, and you probably heard me say this before, the industry tells you, the industry data tells you where the money is. And most industries will keep track of how consumers are spending their money. No matter what niche you're in, there's probably some some industry or some trade group or some area that focuses in on that particular niche or that particular industry. And when you start looking at that data, it's going to tell you where the money is. That's where you want to be. You want to be where the money is. You want to be where people are spending their money. So again, we can look at handing out candy, decorating, dressing up, carving pumpkins, and throwing or attending parties as something that we might want to focus on. Even if your business has nothing to do with Halloween. And when I talk to people about, planning for the holidays, they get hung up on, well, my business really doesn't have anything to do with that. What I would recommend is that you follow the lead of retailers. Retailers sell everything from A to Z. Walmart, for example, they sell everything from A to Z. When you walk into a Walmart store, what do you see? No matter what holiday it is, they got a setup, they got a booth, they got aisles of stuff based on that particular holiday. And I would be willing to bet money that, I haven't been in a Walmart lately, but if you go into a Walmart or your local big chain grocery store or your big chain retail shopping facility, you're going to see stuff for Halloween. And it's going to be following these trends. So if you go to the grocery store, I would be willing to bet they got candy in there. I would be willing to bet they got Halloween decorations in there. I would be willing to bet they got Halloween costumes in there. And all of these things are what drives these retail stores to stock up on certain items. So you need to do the same thing in your business, no matter what business you're in. Even if you are a mom and pop store, or maybe you're a hairstylist, maybe you're a makeup artist. Makeup artists can help people when it comes to dressing up for holiday parties. You can contract your services out and help people who are wanting to add that maybe to their party. Some people love going and having their faces made up for various events. So Halloween is no different. You might be used to working with people who are having like weddings and anniversaries and things like that. But if you're a makeup artist, you can also flip the switch on that and maybe start offering some services to do Halloween related makeup, scary makeup, kid friendly makeup. You might even want to work at some holiday parties that are related to kids. Kids love to have their, face painted. So lots of things that you can do with your business, but you do have to kind of think outside the box. Okay, so 73% of the people that were polled said they plan to celebrate in some way. Now, this is how much people were planning to spend in 2023. Think about, each person who comes into your business is planning to spend about $108 for Halloween. So that means their costumes, their candy, their home decor, I guess all of that together. I think that number is a little bit low. It's very easy these days to spend $100. So, but you kind of need to, gauge that. And you might even, if you have things like we talk about here at Making It Remotely, we talk about WordPress plugins. So I'm on WordPress. If you're on Shopify or another platform, you might think about things like apps or programs that will enable you to do surveys. So here at Making It Remotely, we use Thrive Quiz Builder, and I'll put a link to that below this video. But you can ask your audience, how much do you plan to spend for Halloween? Or if you want to be more subtle, you can ask them, what are the kinds of things that you're going to be buying for the Halloween season? What are some of the things you're going to be buying for the Christmas season or the Kwanzaa season or the Hanukkah season? Whatever it is that they're going to buy, when you think about those topics, there is probably going to be a fit for your business, even if your business has nothing to do with that particular holiday. So don't get, hung up on, whether your business is directly involved in that holiday or not. Think about how you can fit in with some of these topics and some of these areas that people are going to be involved in. Okay, so total planned spending. And this is the big number right here. $12.2 billion was spent, or at least that was the planned spending for 2023. Now, we can expect that number to grow even with inflation, even with, people are having a hard time, putting food on the table. But if you have kids, the people, who have kids in their family, they're going to do everything they can to make sure their kids have a fun Halloween. So, and that's one of the other reasons I decided to do this video, because if you're looking to make some money during the holiday season, maybe you already have a business and maybe you're not getting the results that you had hoped to get. Maybe you need some ideas. We have plenty of ideas that you can use right here and making it remotely. So definitely check out the information in this post. Check out the information on this video. I'm going to put some information below this video that you can use to start planning and just see where things go. You have to be consistent. You have to follow certain steps. And then you also have to promote. So if you promote your business, if you follow the steps, I am pretty sure you're going to be able to get some kind of results, And the thing of it is, anything, even if you only make like, $100, that's $100 you didn't have. Between now and the end of the year, you should be able to make well above that. But, if you make $100, if you make $50, that's $50 that you didn't have. And whatever you did to make that $50, you can repeat that and do it again, And maybe the next time you do it, you can learn from what you did the first time and improve it and earn even more. And that's the thing that we have to consider as business owners. We can't just think that we're going to do something once, or we're going to throw something up like a website or a shop, and then we do nothing and the money just flows in. That's not how it goes. Even though you have a shop, even though you have a blog, even though you're on Etsy, even though you're selling in marketplaces, you still have to promote. If you don't promote, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. So just kind of keep that in mind and take a look at your data. Take a look at Google Analytics, and hopefully you have that set up if you have a platform of any kind. But look at your data, see what the data tells you. Look at some of your trade groups, your industry groups, and just kind of put together some plans for the holiday season. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.